The flip side of this is that fundamental uncertainty gives you what we're calling creative freedom or creative choice. And what it's reflecting is a lot of what Mark Carney was talking about at Davos. Also, what I'm starting to see as I work with teams in organizations is that when all the rules are broken, when the old norms don't exist anymore, when there's been a rupture in expectations, assumptions, these hidden rules that we've always had about the workplace, when they are turned on their head, then you have permission to play. By leaning into uncertainty, you actually get creative choice. You can redesign the system with the introduction of AI into the workplace and lots of other elements. Not only do you have to experiment to understand how to move forward and make decisions, but actually it really gives you an opportunity to do things in a new way. And I think that is incredibly exciting.
Yeah, I think it's such a fascinating idea. If I start big and then go smaller, the macro environment is just crazy. Like that volatility, the AI, the geopolitical instability, the supply chain fragility, inflation, regulatory, even the what's going on in the Middle East at the moment, it's just scary. And so all of that external change is happening faster than organizations can absorb. And as you say, there's no sign of stabilization. So how do we get used to that? At the same time, in organizations, there's a lot of hype on AI versus value creation. And I think boards and investors have moved, from all of that experimentation and pilots, and there's real pressure now to demonstrate that value. Um, and then when you think about people are leaders are just carrying this heavy emotional and cognitive load. They're struggling with these paradoxes. They need to move fast, but they need to be safe. They need to cut costs, but they need to protect the culture. They need to simplify, but they need to deliver growth. They need to automate with AI, but they need to build capability. And the list goes on. So I think it's really tough. And then you've got employees that are just super anxious and worried about AI and job security. And it's eroding trust and morale. So I think HR's role generally is really important to help architect how systems operate going forward. And I think that creative choice is so important because otherwise you're the victim.